What new books did I buy? Do I have an addiction? And how long can I take this ring light in my face before I go blind? Up next on Swarm of Comics. Welcome to another episode of Swarm of Comics. I'm Randy, your handsome and humble host. Today's video is going to be very short. I decided to do even though I haven't even finished editing my last video, I decided to do this video because I don't know how I've ended up this way, but I am that comic YouTuber guy who gets packages in the mail and I don't know what it is. I don't know what I ordered. It's from Infinity Comics and I must have won something. So we're going to do a little unboxing here and it's going to be a surprise from me and you. It's a very thin package, so it's nothing that's graded. So we're going to open this all up and hopefully the microphone filters out this noise. Or again, maybe you enjoy this noise. So Infinity Comics does a lot of comic auctions, and I try to avoid reading the 4,000 messages they send out, but whatever I bought here must have really interested me, and I must have got some good deals on it. So opened fairly well, Gemini mailer designed for comic books. So let's do our surprise and see what we won. I did another comic auction recently, and I think it was Hip Comics or Infinity, and I won a whole bunch of books. I think it was Hip Comics. I won a whole bunch of comics, and I think I won 11 different books. And this is kind of a blessing in disguise. And then I got the invoice for like 4 books or 5 books. And I emailed them and I said, where are the rest of my books? And they said, well, you won the auction, but you didn't meet the reserve, the secret reserve. So on some of those books, so you're not getting them, which was ridiculous. Why wouldn't you tell us there was a reserve there? Like, that wasted everybody's time. It wasted my time. It wasted the comic auction people. But anyway, we're going to start out with these comics. So let's see what we got here. So 2 books. I guess I just have 2 books. And this first book is Marvel Comics Chamber of Chills. A Dragon Stalks by Night. A Tale of Fear by Harlan Ellison. Oh, cool. It's a Harlan Ellison story. I know my brother, I think, is a big Harlan Ellison fan, my brother Bill. So Chamber of Chills. I think I talked about this before in another video, but I'll talk about it again. After the Comics Code Authority went into effect in like 1955, after the Seduction of the Innocent book came out, read that, after the Senate hearings, and then after they created the code, there was lots of stuff that was banned. There's a whole long list, and you can Google that about what was banned. And horror comics basically disappeared. They basically disappeared. But in the very early 1970s, they relaxed the code, and they started allowing things like vampires and werewolves and Frankenstein monsters and things like you really couldn't even have vampires. But we eventually got Morbius, the living vampire, and, Blade, the vampire slayer, who was killing vampires all the time. So this was a 20-cent book here, Chamber of Chills, when they started bringing mellow horror back. It wasn't big horror. But this book is really nice shape, has almost no spine ticks, maybe one little right there. It's not worth a lot of money. I just thought it was a pretty cool to sort of have one of those more modern horror books with a big dragon on the cover. So I bid on that and I won that. Good deal. And that book's in beautiful shape. So I can't wait to open it up and maybe actually even read it. And this next comic here, again, I didn't do any research because I didn't even know it was in here, but this is Detective Comics 474. And as you comic fans or Suicide Squad movie fans know, that's Deadshot, who was, right, it was Will Smith played him in there. So this is Deadshot's Revenge. So this book, it's in the thing upside down. I don't know much about it. It could be one of the first Deadshot appearances, but it's this cool Batman cover with Deadshot on there in the reflection. It's not a Neil Adams cover. He wasn't doing these then. But this cool logo here with the Batman's Detective Comics. So I'm just going to open it up because I want to see something about it if I can ever get it out of this. Apparently, I don't know how comic books work. Oh, so you wouldn't have seen this in the auction, but it's got a folded corner right here, and it's got a pretty good fold right here. This needs a good press. We'll see if my buddy Tommy Anderson can do anything with this. I don't know if I'll get it slabbed or anything like that. It's got a bunch of spine ticks, but Deadshot's Revenge. It was probably fairly cheap. 35-cent book. So this was later. This is in the late 70s, 77. Steve Englehart story, Marshall Rogers pencil and art. Pretty cool stuff. Deadshot Ricochet. So that's my little mini comic haul for today from Infinity Auctions. And I understand that this is the symptom of a greater problem of I should probably not be buying this many comic books for my PC, or for maybe I'll flip this. Maybe I'll put it on a Whatnot. My next step is to just find out what Whatnot is, because I'm not sure what that is. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Again, I'm Randy at Swarm of Comics. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, send me money, give me free things. Do whatever. I don't really care. I don't even know why I say these things, but feel like everybody else does it, so I'm supposed to do it. So anyway, thank you for joining me.